That is beatboxing, also known as vocal percussion, and Calgary has its own up-and-coming beatbox artist. Shamik has performed all over Western Canada, and soon he'll begin his first world tour. The Eye Openers Leisha Hassan Ali met up with Shamik for a little beatboxing, and she joins me now. Hello there.
Hello, Jim.
So is there an active beatbox scene in this city?
Yes and no. What mostly happens is beatboxing is used in the background of rap music and R&B. So you hear it not in the forefront. And what someone like Shamik is doing is making himself the act. So he can be a headliner as opposed to an opening act coming out to get the crowd going. You know, I saw Shamik recently at a DJ set and he played 20 minutes all on his own and I was blown away. His equipment is his mouth and his voice. No instruments or rehearsal space required. You know, to find out more how beatboxing works, I met up with Shamik along Stephen Avenue. Shamik, how'd you get into beatboxing?
I got into the art form of beatboxing about 6 or 7 years ago, and basically beatboxing is vocal percussion, mouth music, whatever you want to call it, just making sounds that sounds like music out of my mouth.
How do you do that? Like physically, how do you know you're good at something like that?
I started realizing that I had a really good memory, and it just became something that I got really good at, mimicking stuff, memorizing stuff, remembering people's phone numbers, all that kind of stuff. And then I started imitating music. I started imitating sounds, like watching cartoons and making funny noises. And I eventually found out that there was such a thing as beatboxing. Did some research and then was like, I think I might be able to do that. I don't think I ever knew it would come this far, but it has, and it's going well, and I like it a lot.
Do you have to do anything special? Do you have to do any kind of vocal exercises or the way you hold the mic?
It's like when someone's playing guitar, they have to learn exactly what their hand can do, where their fingers can go, and it's just like, I think every discovery I've made with beatboxing, it's been just realizing what I can do with my mouth, and it's really everything in my mouth, like my teeth, my tongue, like I use everything. And it's also breathing, so I'm also using my nose, and some of the sounds are coming out of my nose too. I don't really think about it now. It's like breathing to me, it's just normal. But I guess when you ask the questions, it must seem a little different or weird, hey?
It's a mystery to me, because, you know, it was like, you know, like, I can't even get my lips to do anything. I can barely whistle.
Well, yeah, I think for instance, like this is my kick, you know, and then like a snare sound, like a sound, I think probably started off with me just going like, probably sounded like me coughing or something like that. So I think when you practice and practice and practice and practice, it's like trying to hit, if you were just like, and trying to hit that note over and over again, you'd eventually get better at it, you'd be bang on, and you'd be louder.
This guy's great.
I know, he's amazing.
When can we see Shamik perform?
He's actually performing tonight at the Broken City around 10-ish. You know, these rock shows can be a bit loosey-goosey. It's one of his last shows before his tour. So Broken City's at 613 11th Avenue Southwest. Then he leaves for a world tour, mostly in Southeast Asia, in a couple of weeks. But he'll be back and touring festivals in Alberta and BC for June, then the rest of the summer. But it's hard. He's an independent artist and planning his own career on his own terms. I wanted to know about the longevity of this. So I asked Shamik if he can really make a living at this.
I have a job because, you know, when you work, I could probably live off music, but maybe not well. At this point, I'm still young and still striving to get better at the art form and to make a bigger name for myself. My idea of success would be traveling the world with beatboxing. Some people know what it is, but a lot of people don't, and I see the looks on their faces, and it's good. I like it. I want people to go, we saw that guy and he was making music with his mouth. Crazy.
Can you teach me a little riff? Something easy maybe that I could do.
Okay. I always use the alphabet, because there's 3 sounds that you could learn. There's the kick, the hat, and the snare, right? So you could use the letter P, the letter T, and the letter K, and the kick would be a P, and the hat would be a T, and the snare would be a K, right? So then kick, hat, snare, hat, then you're going and obviously that turns into like when you get better at it. But do you think you can try that?
Okay.
And then one more.
Okay.
One more T, and then back to the.
Okay. No, I got the order wrong.
No, that's okay. I'll do it with you. Okay, ready?
Okay.
See, everybody always wants to be loud first. If you just go and then incorporate a kick with it, you just go boom, and that's pretty much how you do bass with it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm trying. You could do a little riff now.
Are we on the air? Our eye opener, CBC Radio, AM 1010.
This guy's great. Can he just sit here in the studio all morning and do our little music stings?
We might have a new theme. We might have a new percussion artist in studio.
You got to work though on your hats and your snares.
I've been practicing all weekend. A little bit better.
It's pretty good. You can take us into the news. Just hang on a couple of minutes. That was Shamik Bilgi in conversation with Leisha Hassan Ali. If you'd like to know more about Shamik, check out myspace.com/team